Yeah, it's me. And I'm here to make your Thursday, not Monday, Thursday a little better. If you're new to this channel, I'm Ace. This is Lucy. We are here to make your day and have a good time. You can also find me on Instagram and TikTok at Ace of Mondays. Since school is starting next week, I decided to do a crazy school experiences for this Thursday's video. Let's get to it. Lucy is not in my lap because it's just hard to situate sometimes, and she just ended up sitting there, and I was like, okay, well, she's still in the video, so that's good then. Anyways, yeah, let's get to it. These are ones that I can remember. I'm sure there's way more, but I just don't remember them. In fifth grade, a teacher came up to me and a friend at recess, accusing me of talking about making out with someone. This is not an exaggeration. This is not a joke. This is a legitimate thing that happened to me. Like, me and my friend at the time were just walking around the area because, like, we had, I don't really know how to explain it, but I think there was two park areas. Like, there was the swing area, and then there was, like, the actual park area with the slides and the monkey bars and stuff. And then there was, like, a little basketball court. And so you were able to just kind of walk around. As long as you were in sight, like, you were allowed to just walk around. And so me and that friend were just walking around, and our teacher just comes up to us and just starts accusing me of saying that I was going to make out with someone. Never did I ever say that. Those words never came out of my mouth. So I was sitting there confused, like, no. And she's all like, don't lie to me. Honey, I'm not lying. The only thing I can think of that could have possibly had something to do with this was there was one time I was talking about Stranger Things and that whole scene of Steve and Nancy in season 1, and I probably mentioned that scene at some point for whatever reason, not going into detail or anything, but just mentioning it to that friend. And that's really the only thing I can think of that, like, could have started that. Or some little twit started a rumor. That's possible. In 6th grade, a year later, I was in the lunch line, and an ex-friend tried apologizing to me because we became friends in 5th grade. Like, at the beginning of 5th grade, I was new to the school, and we just clicked and instantly became friends. I was gone for a week because I got sick, COVID or flu. No, not COVID, it was flu, because I don't think it was COVID. I'm pretty sure it was the flu. But anyways, I was out for like a week. And when I came back, that friend just started ditching me. This is not the same friend in the story before. This is a different friend. This friend just ended up, when I came back from being sick, she just started ignoring me and hanging out with the more popular crowd. And yeah, so that was the story on that. Anyways, so yeah, back to this story. She was apologizing to me, wanting to be my friend again. Like, she was desperate about it. And I wasn't gonna fall for that. So I was over there like, no, I was I was just saying, like, I was just telling her no. Like, I don't want to be friends with her again because of how she treated me. And suddenly, she pushed me against the wall, and I don't really remember what all she said, but the last words I remember coming out of her mouth were, "I love you." You barely even know me because you decided to ditch me after we had just became friends. What do you mean you love me? Like, I'm wondering how this girl is doing now, because what? Then in 7th grade, a guy lashed out on our science teacher. I believe it was our science teacher, and flipped her off. This dude legit just lashed out, yelling at this teacher, and then he just flips her off and walks out the classroom. And I still remember it to this day. I don't remember a lot from 7th grade because there was a lot of drama and a bit of bullying that happened. So yeah, I don't remember very much from 7th grade, but that is something that I do remember. Also in 7th grade, the substitute teacher for my social studies class went off on a student who said, "That's racist." Oh my goodness gracious. This was first period, okay? Like, the day just got started. And he goes over to this kid, and he's a black kid, not being racist, just clarifying. And he goes over to him, gets on him for something, and the kid goes, "That's racist." And the teacher just goes off on him, like, "That's not racist, blah, blah, blah." And he's yelling, like, I just, oh my gosh. One of my ex-friend had, well, I'm over here, okay, I need to, like, clarify these things. Not the ex-friend from 6th grade, but another ex-friend who I'm not friends with anymore. She had got a voice recording of it, and I really wish I still had it. Well, not the whole thing, but just a part of it that did happen. Not the craziest part of it, but she did get a snippet of it. And I really wish I still had it because, oh my gosh. Like, I mean, this man was yelling. Like, he literally, I think he was doing this for 5+ minutes. And yeah, he ended up, like, he ended up leaving, let's just put it that way. Like, they got a new substitute because that was too much. He was doing way too much. In 9th grade, a special needs, I hate to, like, say special needs because he was in regular classes, but it's just, you could tell he had something, just the way he acted. Yeah. He crashed out in my math class. This one kid, gosh, I don't even fully remember what even happened, but he got mad at this one kid because he thought the kid had, like, called him something, and so he got all mad, and he ended up, like, standing up and yelling at the kid. And then my math teacher, my poor math teacher, she is still one of my favorite teachers to this day. I go see her whenever I can. She was just trying to calm him down, and she told him to just go over to the other classroom because there was an empty classroom, like, next door. Like, there was a door right in that classroom that led to an empty classroom. So she had him go in there, and he ended up, like, kicking, like, this thingy. It had, like, wheels, and then I think my math teacher kept her laptop up there. Maybe not in that moment, but it was just like this little thing that you can put stuff on top of, and then it had, like, wheels at the bottom so you can move it around. He kicked it, and then it knocked some markers on the ground, and then he stormed off into that classroom. A few minutes later, you just hear a bunch of racket, like desks being, like, pushed or thrown, or not thrown, but, like, pushed and, like, shoved. You just hear desks being clanged around in there. And yeah, we were just all shocked, to say the least. And my poor math teacher had to deal with that. And she didn't know how to deal with it either. Like, oh my goodness. And here's my last one. 2nd semester, 10th grade, so quite literally my last school year, this recent school year. A non-English speaker girl, like, she didn't speak English. At first, I thought maybe she was special needs just because how she was acting, but I think it was actually because she doesn't speak English, and I found that out because of one of my friends. She was like, oh, yeah, that girl, she doesn't speak English. I was like, oh, okay, so that's why. That's why this whole thing happened. So yeah, she doesn't speak English. Anyway, so she stopped me from going in the bathroom because she thought I was a boy. Mind you, my hair was longer than it is now. Like, with how it is right now, and, well, wearing this, you can tell that I'm a female, but, like, if I have this haircut and I've got a really baggy t-shirt on, I can see, like, getting misgendered, you know. It happens to me a lot. Like, it doesn't faze me. I'm not offended by it. I just think it's funny, to be honest. I am very entertained when I get misgendered. I don't know. It's just so funny to me. Anywho, so I can understand, but, like, my hair was a lot longer at this time. Like, I think it was down to, like, here, because it was when it was curling up and it was long. So, my hair was longer at the time, but I don't know. I still do look like a boy when my hair is longer, but either way. Like, you can tell I'm female, but there also are moments where it's like, is that a boy or a girl? You know? So I don't blame anyone for accidentally misgendering me. But, yeah, basically this girl, like, she stopped me, and I was trying to explain, like, I'm a girl, you know, it's like I was saying that multiple times. And I remember at some point, she goes like this against the wall, and I just against the walls, like, she just got her arms on both there blocking me, and then I just duck underneath, and she ended up grabbing hold of my arm, actually, and I'm like, oh, right, but I break free, and then I dart into the stall and do my business. But oh my gosh, I was not expecting that. But it's like, I've only got 25 minutes for lunch. I don't have time for all this. Like, I was just trying to hurry up and get in there. But yeah, that was that. If you're still here, thank you. Like, subscribe, do your thing. And always, always, always remember to be kind and be yourself. I'm out.